Hello, I'm Chris from Character Creations, and I want to talk to you about Disney's Lorcarna. So this is just a quick video to kind of get you up to speed on what it is. Hopefully this week, before release day, we are going to do a bunch of videos each day about different rules and those kind of things. But the bare basics. Disney Lorcarna is a tradable card game. That means you're going to buy booster packs, and then you're going to swap those booster packs until you finish your collection or get the cards you need for your deck. You're going to be able to build your own decks, and those decks are minimum of 60 cards, maximum of 4 of a type in a deck. There's no kind of energy or land or anything like that. You're just going to have your cards because it's got a really nice mechanic where you decide what's in your hand. Is one of those cards is going to be sacrificed to become the resource that you need to play the game. And we're going to get into all those rules later on. But at its core, you are going to play characters, you are going to play items, and you're going to play actions on your turn and only your turn. So it's quite simple that way. You don't interact with your player on their turn. And then you're going to send your characters on a quest, and they're going to go for however many lore that they can achieve by going on a quest. But when they go on a quest, that leaves them vulnerable to being challenged. And if a character's challenged, you face their strength against your opponent's will and your opponent's strength against your will. So in this instance, if Aurora is challenged by Captain Hook, in theory, he would just do 1 damage to Aurora and she can take 2. That then stays all the way through the game, unless you heal with something like coconuts. But it's never that simple, and there are extra things on the cards that make them more interesting. So in Captain Hook's case, if he is the challenger, he gets +2 to his strength. So he becomes a 3, and then 3 is enough to banish Aurora, and then she goes to your discard pile. And that is it in a nutshell. You play cards, you quest, you try and control your opponent's board, whichever game mechanic that you want to play. It's really that simple. And you can buy these things in booster packs, starter decks, and things like the troves, where you get a bunch of other bits and pieces. And if you look at the pricing, if you are going that far into it, then those pricings are actually quite good once you take into account that a booster pack is going to be about £5, and that gets you 12 cards. Starter sets are set. You know exactly what you get in those starter sets. Maybe we'll do a video on what cards you get in each of the 3, and then you can kind of decide what you want. And there are 6 different colours, which are all going to be represented in the starter decks, and they all kind of have their own je ne sais quoi. They do things specifically within their colour, and they kind of help. So whether it's the ramp, when we say you kind of get to bigger things faster, or whether it's control, where you're taking out your opponent's board and you're locking them down until you get a win condition. So fingers crossed, we're going to do a few more videos about Lorcarna going out this week. Release date, if you have a local store that has it, it's going to be Friday the 18th of August. If you don't have a local store that has it, then online sales and large stores such as Smiths or Waterstones, those kind of places, will be getting it on the 1st of September. The second chapter's already been announced, and we should be getting that in, I believe that's October. So you have 2 months of collecting the 204 cards, playing, getting used to it, and then they're gonna throw in a whole new set of cards to make some more interesting and fun game mechanics. And this really is a game that you can play really simply. If you have a simple deck and it's just kind of, I'm going to play cards, I'm going to quest, I'm going to challenge, that's it. It can be picked up quite easily. I would say kind of 6 if they're into those kind of games. And obviously every child is different, and you know your own child, maybe they're 4 or 5 and they can get into these things. Or maybe they're kind of a bit older and you think, yeah, okay, we'll get into it. But the interactions, the fun that's going to come out of these new cards, no one's seen this before, no one knows what's going to happen or where things are going to go. It's playable for adults, and I'm really looking forward to jumping in and playing some games. So I'm going to leave this at a 5-minute video, and I'll probably see you guys in the week to talk about more Lorcarna. Right, see you later.